Here tonight, we have the local student news story of the week. There's a local group of high school students that are determining whether the citizens of St. Clair Shores or the citizens of Warren know more about their local government. In order to complete this task, the students went to locations in both cities to ask random citizens if they knew their government. As shown in this video, student Kelsey Giffen went to St. Clair Shores and asked a citizen.
Hi, here we are in St. Clair Shores, right off of Little Mac Avenue. We're looking for some responses for our survey. Here comes someone now. Hi, would you mind taking a brief survey?
Sure.
Do you know what city do you live in?
St. Clair Shores.
And who is your mayor? Thank you very much for your response. Back to you, Abigail.
Thank you for that, Kelsey. In order to determine which city knew more, the students consulted local statistician Rose Sobolski to help with the confidence interval. Here she is now.
Thank you, Abigail. We are going to perform a 95% confidence interval on this data. This will tell us how accurate our data is. But first, we must assess whether the data meets all of the assumptions needed to complete the test. Oh, Gretchen. Now, the assumptions are that the data was taken by SRS, which means simple random sample, from 2 independent samples. Also, the population of St. Clair Shores must be greater than 10 times our sample size from St. Clair Shores, and the population of Warren must be 10 times the sample size from our Warren data. In addition, the sample size taken from St. Clair Shores times the proportion of people who knew their mayor in St. Clair Shores must be greater than 5. Same thing for the sample size from Warren. Finally, the sample size taken from St. Clair Shores times 1 minus the proportion of people who knew who their mayor was in St. Clair Shores must be greater than 5, and that must also be true for the people of Warren. All of these assumptions were met. So we can continue on to the confidence interval. This is the equation used to find the confidence interval. The final confidence interval is negative 0.38 plus or minus 0.1715, which comes out to a confidence interval of negative 0.5515 to negative 0.2085. This means that we are 95% confident that the true population mean lies between these two numbers. Back to you, Abigail.
Thanks, Rose. As a result of the surveys, it was determined that 84% of citizens of Warren that were surveyed knew that their local mayor was James Fouts, as opposed to the mere 46% of people from St. Clair Shores that knew that their mayor was Kip Wabi. It can be concluded that citizens of Warren, Michigan know more about their local government than the citizens of St. Clair Shore as a result of these tests. Well, that's our local student news story of the week. Tune in next week for our survey about how many people are willing to take a survey.